Today, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make like a professional kind of commercial. Really, my only reason for it is because I kind of want to make it. I've been wanting to make one. I've never done this before, by the way. I've been wanting to make one for a minute, so I figure might as well teach y'all. A lot of y'all are probably not as experienced in editing as me, most likely, but when you do get there, let me tell y'all the plan. This is my kitchen table, right? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this to our little backdrop for our cereal. And I'm gonna show y'all the full transformation, the shots, the little tips I like to do. Okay, you can get this at Walmart for $5, all right? I don't wanna hear nothing about you need expensive backdrops or professional lighting or good cameras. Like, no, work with what you got, get what you can get, and quit making excuses. I got this orange one to really, I guess, contrast with that and really, cause look, they're complementary colors. Spending some time like trying to set up like how I want to look, and this is what it's looking like so far. All right, so we got the wires in the kitchen. Remember, I don't like how harsh these lights are. I don't know, it seems like too much. So what I'm thinking about doing is what I did with this one. Notice how it's facing off of there, so this light is bouncing over here, and then this light, this is the one that's too harsh, because if you look at there, look at the top part of the cereal. You see how you can see the reflection in it? So I feel like we need to make this light softer. So let's try, pro tip, you don't always have to point your lights at your subject, all right? You can still add lighting, just like having it angled a different way. So look, even if I turn this light off, you know, big difference, but now it's just softer on the box and you don't have reflections, all right? Now, since it's still like that, luckily we got this white shit over here to bounce it. Get in here, come on. I have my beautiful mother behind the camera. She's helping me behind the scenes. This is what our lighting setup's looking right now. All right, so we have the 2 soft boxes and then we got a 1 overhead light. Let me make it clear that you do not need any gear. You don't need lights, you don't need tripods, you don't need, you know, cameras. If you have a phone, if you have natural light, you know, you edit on your phone, you don't need big editing softwares, and you can start somewhere, all right, and then work your way up. That's how I started. I started, you know, little, and then I worked my way up. Lighting is what sells your visual. Try to light your scene as best as you can. What I like to recommend first is, before we get into transitions and opening the box and all those, we're gonna get all our detail shots, all our basic shots without opening. When you're doing a shoot like this, really plan out and write down storyboards on how you're gonna shoot it and what transitions you're gonna do. 1, that gives you a good visual on what it's gonna look like and how you're gonna shoot it. And 2, it tells you which order you need to shoot things in. So that being said, I'm gonna just shoot random details in a box, close-ups, far backs. Oh yeah, I call these filler shots, so when I'm not doing transitions and I need something to fill in that place, I use one of these shots usually. When you look at something straight on, like how I am, it kind of looks bad because there's no depth to it. So a good tip I recommend is angling your box just a little bit. Make sure your center of focus is on the main part of your subject. Cause like the corner of the box is facing towards me. We don't want to focus on that. We want to focus on the logo because that's what we're trying to sell. Rotate. Honestly, I did a lot more when it came to the editing process of this, so I'm not gonna show much of the recording just because I don't have much time, but editing this was hard because I was rushed to shoot it. I only had like an hour to shoot all of it, so I messed up on a lot of shots as well because it's my first time doing it. Luckily, I know a little bit about editing, so I kind of cleaned up a lot of those mistakes. Add mask over parts of the background that weren't in there and then replace it with the background and then feather the mask to make it blend and color graded so that they matched. And then like a lot of little things like that. A lot of I had to motion track the background once because you could just tell it looked off without it. But yeah, that's all for y'all to learn later down the line. But yeah, this was overall a fun thing to shoot, and hopefully y'all took something away, at least one thing away from it, and you know, maybe like as you go on more and more, you can look back at this and, you know, learn from it. Real quick, I was rushed to explain this and I'm not really as good, so creators I recommend y'all should check out, Daniel Schiffer, look him up, he does great things. And then one other guy, forgot his name, but I'll pop him up on the screen and you can check out his thing, all right? But yeah, thank y'all everyone for watching.